Lord Kapila previously delineated the Lochana, the symptoms, characteristics of mind. The idea is, if we understand how the different aspects of our body they function, then it becomes easier for us to come out of bodily concept of life. So earlier it was explained, from the mode of goodness, mind is generated, and the symptom of mind is determination and rejection. In Sanskrit it is called sankalpa vikalpa. Mind's propensity is like this. That is the characteristic of the mind. Mind will dwell on certain subject, on certain thing for some time, and after some time it rejects. So that is how different desires are there. Things we like, we dislike. It's all because of mind. So things we like, the mind will dwell on it. Things we don't like, mind will not dwell on it. Just like hundreds of people, they will be watching movie now. Their mind is liking that. So they have put their mind there. Bhagavatam class, Kirtan, they are not interested. Isn't it? Dislike. Their mind is not liking. So reject. Even if they come, after some time they'll get up and go away. Isn't it? So this is the function of mind. So through mind, different desires are created. Now, the next is buddhi, intelligence. Intelligence is the product of mode of passion, rajoguna. Mind is the product of mode of goodness. And as we saw in the last verse, the function of intelligence are to help in ascertaining the nature of object when they come into view and to help the senses. Nature means discrimination. This is good, this is bad. This power of viveka, it comes from intelligence. Discriminate. This is useful, this is not useful. So, negative aspects, positive aspects about surrounding, about things, about people, that comes from intelligence. So, that is how, in that sense, intelligence is considered to be higher than the mind. Because with intelligence we can discriminate what is good for me, what is not good for me. All these things we can discriminate. Further here, today, in this verse, few more very important characteristic of intelligence are described. So here it is said, Shamshaya, doubt. So discrimination is there. At the same time, the intelligence has the characteristic of doubting things. Just like we doubt whether there is God or there is no God. We doubt whether there is soul, there is no soul. Right? We discriminate also. Through our intelligence we can analyze this body, one day it will die, it will be vanquished, it will be finished. This is that analytical characteristic of intelligence. We discriminate, try to understand, try to analyze. That is one kind of function of the intelligence. Another is about doubt. Samshaya. This we will try to understand. Prabhupada explains. This is very important function of the intelligence. Because blind acceptance of anything, if somebody is blindly accepting, it shows he has no proper intelligence. His intelligence is very dull. We find so many people blindly, just because other people are following, they also follow. That kind of mentality. No idea why they are following that particular rituals. What is the result I am going to get out of it? What is the proper method of following that? When Krishna saw in Vrindavan, the Vrindavan Vasis were organizing a yajna for Indra, he asked these questions. What is the result you are going to get? Are you simply following it because earlier it was being followed and similarly you are also following? And Nanda Maharaj said, yes, that is how we are following. Previously it was being done, so we are continuing that procedure. So this is sign of blind acceptance, wherein we are not analyzing, we are not doubting whether it is what I am doing, whether it is correct or it is incorrect. So, when somebody accepts something blindly, without doubting, that is a sign of low intelligence, less intelligence. So, in the beginning, if we have to cultivate our intelligence, we have to doubt everything. But the moment you receive knowledge from authorized sources, no more doubt. In order to cultivate intelligence, doubting is important. But when we receive knowledge from authority, then doubting is destructive, not constructive. Otherwise, doubting is constructive. In case of something which we are not familiar with, in case of something which we are not confident about, doubting is obvious. We will doubt. So, but when knowledge is received from authority, then there is no doubting. It's just like the father, if he tells the child, or if the mother tells the child, my dear son, this is your father. Now the knowledge is coming from authority, mother. So there is no question of doubting. Do we doubt? Any of us have doubted? We had not seen our father before our birth. Only mother knows who is our father. So when the knowledge is received from authority, there is no question of doubting. But let us say somebody else, nobody knows whose son somebody is, and mother is not there, and somebody says he is son of such and such, then definitely doubt will come. Whether really these people are telling I belong to them, I am son of such and such. So their doubt is constructive. But when knowledge is received from authority, that time if we doubt, it is destructive. That Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Shamshayatma vinashyati. Doubting soul, he is leading his life to destruction in spiritual life. Vedic scriptures are given by the Supreme Lord. They are free from any kind of defects. So doubting on the scriptures actually is vinashyati. It will destroy our spiritual life. We will not be able to progress in spiritual life. With intelligence, one has to analyze the source of the knowledge, and once we understand that the source is proper, then no doubt. So this is a very important aspect of intelligence. So we can see how different aspects of mind, how they work, how the different aspects of intelligence they work. Then next it is said, misapprehension. Misapprehension means mistaken idea, mistaken belief or interpretation. So, this is another symptom or characteristic of intelligence. That intelligence sometimes misinterprets or it will have mistaken idea. Then, apprehension, right understanding of a thing. So that is also another aspect of, if there is wrong understanding of a thing, if there is a mistaken understanding of a thing, then there must be right understanding of the thing, proper understanding of a thing. Correct? Let us say some situation is there, some misunderstanding comes, right? Don't we find within devotees sometimes misunderstanding is there? So misunderstanding can come of a situation, misunderstanding about person, misunderstanding perceptions one may have. So never be very sure of your understanding, because these are all different aspects of our intelligence. Understood? Doubt should be there even about our understanding. About our understanding we don't have doubts. I am sure 100% this, he is at wrong. Isn't it? This is what I think. So no, doubt is another this thing. Healthily we should use the propensity of intelligence to doubt. My understanding also should be doubted. That yes, my understanding may be wrong. That is very, very important aspect of spiritual life. That yes, my intelligence can be bewildered, it can have wrong perception, wrong understanding of a thing, and that is called as viparyaso. Viparyaso means misunderstanding of the facts, misunderstanding of a situation. That is another Lochana, characteristic of intelligence. Similarly, there is right understanding of a situation, a right understanding of things. In Bhagavad Gita, we can see this. Arjuna had a perception, wrong perception he had developed. That is also because of where the mind is attached. If the mind is attached to the body, then automatically our perception will be about this body. So when Arjuna came to the battlefield of Kurukshetra in order to fight, and he said, "My dear Lord, please bring the chariot in the middle of the two armies." And when Arjuna started seeing the army, all his calculations started in his mind. Oh, they're all worshipable people. Bhishma is there, Drona is there, my own people. I have to fight with my own people. Right? And misunderstanding about his whole, whether he should fight, whether he should not fight. Doubtfulness started in his mind. Shamshaya. Isn't it? So yes, misunderstanding can come. Misunderstanding can be removed with right understanding. Doubts can be removed with knowledge. So then Krishna gave knowledge, Krishna gave proper understanding, proper perception. Yes, according to the scripture, this is how it should be. And even in the scriptures, Arjuna was interpreting in his own way. If I kill my superiors, my way to hell is open. Krishna is saying, no, for Kshatriya, to be killing is better than losing the battle. Even if you are killed, you will go to Swarga, not Naraka. Who said? Arjuna is interpreting in his own way. And then Krishna is giving right understanding of the scripture. No, this is not correct. See? So, this is another very important thing. That with right understanding, with right perceptions are from where? From proper authorized sources. Krishna is giving knowledge, Krishna is giving perception. That is called Shastra Chakshu. We have to start looking from the eyes of the Shastras, not with our dull intelligence, not with our contaminated intelligence. Right? Because from where have we picked up different kinds of knowledge? From our upbringing, from our surrounding. That is how we have picked up what are right, what is wrong, all those things we have picked up like this. So, there is absolute perception of a thing and there is relative perception of a thing. We are all having relative perceptions of different things. Krishna is giving absolute perception. Yes, this is how it should be. So, we have to start looking from the perspective of right understanding. So, that is called as, so viparyaso means wrong understanding, nishchaya means right understanding, and then we become determined, yes, this is right, I should do this. This is wrong, I should give it up. So that is why it is important for us. Intelligence is required for all these different aspects. We should utilize it properly. Then, smritir, remembrance of our whatever past and present, and it's all the aspect of intelligence. Right? Somebody can remember many things, somebody may not be able to remember. And that also depends on many things. Our intelligence, our smriti can become sharp if we follow brahmacharya properly. We will not forget. Prabhupada explains that. That is how the training used to be given. From the childhood, brahmacharya training was given. They were called as urdhva retasa. When the semen is not wasted out, then a person becomes very sharp in his memory. He will be able to remember things. And the more we waste, the more we will not be able to remember things. So smriti is also an aspect of intelligence. Then sleep is also very important function of the body which influences our intelligence. If there is good sleep, you will have good intelligence, good memory, right? You will find you're not slept properly, you won't remember things at all. Many times you would have seen 1 hour, 2 hours you have slept. Somebody is telling something, you can't make out what is he telling. Everything is going out of your head, isn't it? So, good sleep is also important to keep your intelligence functioning properly. So, Prabhupada says, Smriti means memory, Swapa means sleep. Sleep is also necessary to keep the intelligence in working order. If there is no sleep, the brain cannot work nicely. In Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned, persons who regulate eating, sleeping and other necessities of the body in the proper proportion become very successful in the yoga system, the yoga process. Then in Patanjali yoga system, same things are described little differently, but it's nearly one and the same. Terminology is little different, but it points out to the same things. So Prabhupada quotes from Patanjali. He says here, Pramana viparyaya vikalpa nidra smritayaha. Practically you can see it is the same thing. Pramana means receiving knowledge from valid sources. We say, right? Pramana, pramanika, authorized sources. So, that means right understanding. You can get right understanding, nishchaya, only when you have received knowledge from proper sources. Then it is very important to have nishchayatmika buddhi. Prabhupada describes this very nicely. Ekehe kuru nandana. Those who are nishchayatmika, their intelligence is one-pointed. Those who are not nishchayatmika, they are many branched. Their intelligence is many branched. Samadhau na vidhiyate, and they can never obtain success in spiritual life. You see? So same thing is there. Pramana means valid knowledge. Viparyaya, invalid knowledge. Same thing. Then vikalpa, delusion. Nidra, sleep, smriti, memory. So mind has a tendency to be illusioned, false knowledge with misunderstanding. Example is given, just like if there is a rope, one may mistake it as a snake, isn't it? So this is also because of intelligence. So all these things are there, and the most important thing which Prabhupada describes is just like today the psychologists, they talk about mind, but practically they have no understanding about intelligence. Mind, they say it functions with thinking, feeling, willing. That is correct. We saw that. Thinking, feeling, willing. Practically it is coming from that same sankalpa, vikalpa, then ichha, desires, all those things. But they have no understanding about how intelligence functions. So here we can see all those different symptoms of intelligence are very nicely described both in Patanjali Yoga system also and Sankhya philosophy given by Lord Kapila. It is described here. And out of them, these two things Prabhupada points out is very important. One is Nishchayatmika, that once doubting should begin in the beginning, till you have received knowledge from authorized sources, doubting is fruitful. Once you receive knowledge from authority, then doubting is destructive. One should be fixed in that knowledge, and that will make our life progress more and more. And that happens, Prabhupada says, by Rupa Goswami has described that there are 6 principles which are very, very favorable in devotional service which one should do. Anyone? What are the 6 favorable? No? Anybody else? Ram Gopal? Rupa Goswami describes Utsaha, beginning with enthusiasm. So Prabhupada explains there, one should accept the words of the Lord with enthusiasm. All the different activities given to us by the spiritual master should be accepted with enthusiasm. All the activities we do should be done with enthusiasm. Hearing Bhagavad Katha with enthusiasm. Performing Kirtan. Sometimes we find devotees very dull. No, it should be with enthusiasm. Participating in Kirtan, doing Kirtan, everything should be with enthusiasm. So, attending Mangalarati with enthusiasm. Opposite of that is no enthusiasm, lying in the bed, sleeping. No enthusiasm. Lack of enthusiasm means sleeping, dull. Enthusiasm you can make out if one is able to get up alert, get up in the morning, attend program with enthusiasm. My life is passing away. Isn't it? Life is passing away. Every moment is passing away. Gone. If we have not invested in spiritual life, that moment is finished from my life. We are the loser. Isn't it? That we should understand. So we have to utsaha and then nishchaya with determination. So Prabhupada explained that same nishchayatmika buddhi is this nishchaya. We have to take the process with determination. And along with determination, there should be dhairya. Patience is also required. Not that I have taken with determination, I am not finding result, I give it up. No. If you have taken the right process, then result will come. Prabhupada gives the example. If the man is potent, if the woman is potent, and if they are married, and if they unite, there will be pregnancy and child will be born. That will be the result. So the woman cannot be impatient. I am married, immediately I want a child. No. It takes time. isn't it? So, dhairya is similarly in spiritual life, patience is required. We practice, if the process we have taken up it is potent, then result will be there, but it will take time. It depends on how we have practiced, how seriously we have practiced. Nishchaya, dhairya, and then in the meantime, tat karma pravartana. Not that now Krishna has given me nishchaya, yes, everything will happen, result will come. Now let me sit idly. No. We have to keep performing our duties regularly. Tat karma pravartana. Regularly we have to do. Then, what is next? Sangatyago. We have to give up association of people who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. Sato vritte. And we have to associate with devotees of the Lord. With these 6 principles, we will advance in spiritual life. So, this is one of the very important symptoms, that samshayatma vinashyati and vyavasayatmika buddhi nischayatmika. That on the words of the authority, we should have faith. Krishna has given assurance, sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. So Prabhupada says, we should not doubt. When Krishna is saying, give up everything, just surrender unto me, I shall relieve you from everything. I will take care, I will give protection. When Krishna is saying, one should not have doubt. Then we can advance in Krishna consciousness. So we'll stop with this. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।